What's up, YouTube? So, since I started living in the box truck, I've had questions about showering. It's a very common question because, yeah, if you're going to live in a vehicle, how are you keeping clean? And it's a perfectly reasonable question that comes up all of the time. I have found living in a vehicle, you have to be creative. You have to be open to the idea that things are not going to work the way they work in the house. Even people who have showers in their rigs still a lot of times will take advantage of other opportunities to take a shower, because inside every rig you're only going to have so much water and so much power, especially if you're trying to have a hot shower and you may have something like a hot water heater or something else that still uses power, maybe propane, but still probably supported by power a little bit, to create hot water if you're concerned about hot water and things like that. Now, the alternative way to create hot water, and I've done this myself in past videos, is to boil some water, put it in a bucket, and then use a 12-volt shower, which I have used, but only while I was out on campsites, not while I was in the city. I've never been in a position where I could quote-unquote shower in my rig in the city, but I could get clean. I am happy to do a bird bath most of the time. And by that I mean have some water in a bowl. Usually I heat up a little bit of it, half of it or so, and mix it, do a little half and half, and do a little bit of hot water, a little bit of cool water, put it in a bowl, and wash up. And I do that a ton, and I still believe it's soap and water, it's getting on your body, then you take some fresh water and you wipe it all down again. And that method I use a lot of the time. Now, when I got the box truck, I made sure that I had a sink large enough, and this was always in the plan, that I could wash my hair in the sink, because that was one of the biggest holdups, was not only the actual physical act of standing underneath a shower head, but being able to wash my hair, because I never had a sink and running water, and so it was really hard to wash my hair inside my rig. So honestly, all of my plans for the box truck were based around this sink, this laundry tub sized sink that had a cabinet attached, so it still looked like it could fit in a kitchen environment. This utility sink is the actual name of it. All of my plans were based around this utility sink. It was big enough that I could stick my head in there and wash my head without worrying about a lot of splatter. I've seen people have these really tiny bowls, and I wanted something large enough that I could wash my head in, that I could stick my head in and wash it, and then of course also be able to use it for daily washing in front of a sink. I did not plan a shower. I had no plans for a shower. And then one of my subscribers sent me something awesome. The Ever Shower. Now, the Ever Shower is an Australian product. It is a recirculating shower. So basically, the pan, which is on the bottom here, you just take it and you put some water in it. You put some water in the bottom, and then you basically take a shower head that you plug in via 12 volt, and you can use this in conjunction with a hot water heater. I actually do have a hot water heater that I've not hooked up yet, so I did use this today without the hot water heater. I used the tried and true method of I heated up some water, and it got it down to a comfortable temperature for recirculation. I didn't worry about hooking it up to the hot water heater, because I'm just not ready to deal with the hot water heater yet, because I want to connect that to my sink for having hot water out of my sink. And I will come back to what I have and what I'm doing with that at the end of the video, because I really want to focus on the shower. Now, today I had a little bit of a self-care day. I gave myself a haircut, so the side of my head and the back of my head is actually all shaved off again. I was overdue for doing that. That's how I usually wear my hair, shaved off on the back and the sides, and I'm just letting the locks grow down over on top of it. It reduces the weight of the amount of hair on top of my head, but a naked head is really sensitive to all temperatures, so I don't want to go cutting it all off again. I have cut all my hair off before, but right now I'm still growing out my locks, but with the side shaved down. So I finally gave myself a haircut. After I gave myself a haircut, I wanted to do a full shower as well. I was having a nice little TLC day, and so I'd set up the Ever Shower before in the box truck before it was built out, and then the ceiling was actually higher, so the tent structure that comes with the Evershower did fit in here before I put in the ceiling. Now that the ceiling is in, this tent structure does not fit. But on the Evershower website, there's a guy using the Evershower in his van, and the van is actually smaller than mine. And basically, there's 2 levels of hooks on the Evershower, and he used one set of those to hook around to 4 points on his van, and then get in there and have a shower. I kind of did the same thing with the box truck. All of the poles and such that you can use to set this up as a tent is actually stored outside my truck in one of my storage bins that are underneath the truck. And the only thing I have in here right now is the shower head and the actual tent structure, and obviously the bottom, which is where you put the water in, and it also has a drain. So, I set the Evershower up, I pulled out the tenting, I'd already done a test to space it out, so I already had my hook set up and ready to go. I'm using some O-rings, and that basically drops down low enough for me to hook the shower tent on, because actually, for me to use it without the shower tent structure, my ceiling is too high to reach the top of the tent hook, so I needed some way to create 4 points of contact. And it worked out. I got in the shower, I washed on down. It felt great to shower inside of my house. Like, I didn't have to wait till I was at a campsite and set up a tent outside. I didn't have to go to a truck stop and like go and pay for a shower, and if people were already in there waiting in line. Now, I probably will still use truck stop showers on occasion because it's really nice. I don't have to clean up any water. I don't have to use any of my water. I still think truck stop showers are really, really nice. Like, the truck stop showers were better than the gym showers that I used to take. Now, as far as like my gym showers and my gym shower membership or my gym membership, I did drop my membership during COVID because it just didn't make sense. Even once the gym started opening back up, there was no guarantee that the showers were available. And so I didn't want to gamble, so I just honestly canceled it. And at that point, I was almost exclusively washing out of a bowl most of the time. And so the idea of having this large sink that I could stand at, because remember when COVID first started, I was in a non-standing van, that was already a luxury for me. And so I never imagined a stand-up shower in here. And I was not going to build a permanent shower closet because of the way that I wanted to use my floor space. That would have taken away space that I wanted for other things. And so that was a no-go. I was not building a shower closet. But having something that packs down into a suitcase that I can store and drop and pull out as needed worked out great. And like I said, this wasn't even something I was looking for. I had never heard of this product. I had heard of recirculating showers, and the concept around this product isn't really complex. It's just a shower curtain hooked to the ceiling and a bowl on the bottom that you can stand in. But to have had to seek out all these parts and put them together myself, it just would have taken a lot of research and investigation and effort that turned out not to be necessary because the product can just be bought as all one thing. And now that I have it, I don't know what I would do without it. Like, it felt, oh, I can't even tell you how great it felt to know that I was showering inside my own home. So not only can I wash my hair, not only do I have a sink I can stand at, one day I will have hot water when I have time to deal with the propane and the water lines. I'll have all those things, and I have a shower that I can pull up and set up inside of the box truck. What? This product, like I said, it is an Australian product that was sent to me. I do know that they have a UK actual branch, like there's an actual like Evershower UK. I'll throw up the information up here that you can contact directly if you are in the UK. If you are in the US, you can contact this Australian company and get it shipped to you. What that will involve, I don't know for sure, because again, this was sent to me as a gift. But if you go on the FAQ on their website, if you're interested in the Evershower, it is there. I am excited to use this also fully set up as a shower tent outside when I get out to BLM land. But knowing that I don't have to wait for a situation like that to be able to shower, especially if I'm feeling gross after a work day, like, feels so good. And there was like minimal mess, like it pretty much did, because of the design of the curtain that sort of curves down into this shower pan that you stand in. There was like minimal mess after everything was done. I picked up the shower pan. Now there is a drain on it, but honestly, I just detached the shower curtain, rolled it up so it wouldn't drip all over the floor, and then poured the water down my sink. And that was that. It's with the rest of my wastewater to be dumped when it's time to dump it. And I just feel so great about this shower. And it's such a simple concept and a simple product. There isn't many ways for it to go wrong. Now, I will say the shower head I was originally sent was damaged. It looks like it had some moisture in the bag, and it did rust, and I did let the Samantha, who sent it to me, know that this had happened. She contacted them, let them know that it had happened. They didn't even ask for the shower head back. They immediately sent me a replacement shower head, and I was able to just toss the one that was disgusting, basically. I don't know how long it would take to ship, but I will say my replacement shower head, once I contacted Samantha and let her know about the situation, I will say the replacement came really quickly. To be honest, I think I had it within a couple of weeks, and considering this is an Australian product that really, and it was during COVID. I think it was during the later parts of COVID when things had started to normalize out, but even still, for something to come from another country and reach me as fast as it did, is surprising and kind of awesome. I don't know what else I can say about this product, but if you have any questions about it, definitely drop those questions in the comment section, and I will do my best to answer them. Not all of us want permanent shower structures in our vehicle, but it's still nice to have solutions for showering inside the vehicle that don't take up permanent space. And for that reason, I definitely wanted to share. So I was like, if I'm going to do a subject video, and I've been trying to find a way to introduce this, I think this will be perfect. Now, before we end this video, let me go grab my hot water heater and we'll talk about it. So this is your standard LPG outdoor, to be quite honest, hot water heater. There are 12-volt hot water heaters that you can get that are built for RVs that you can also add to your camper van, but a lot of people buy these because they are, for price point and installation, a little bit cheaper. You throw a couple of D batteries in the bottom here, and then you have a couple of fittings that you want to hook up that just come straight out of the bag. Now, if I wanted to use this for my recirculating shower, basically there's an input in the bottom, and this comes with its own shower head. So at this point, I have like 3 shower heads. I have the 12-volt shower that I owned and used with a bucket before I got the EverShower. I have the 12-volt shower head that came with the EverShower, and then I have the shower head that came with the Camp Lux. But if you wanted to use your EverShower with a hot water heater, you could just use the Camp Lux system out of the box. They do have a way of hooking up their shower head to a hot water heater on their website. But if you can't get that exact one, or if it doesn't make sense to you, all you have to do is use something like this. And basically, your water input would just be the shower itself. You would have to hang this. This has a handle, and it also has a hook. So you would have to hang this on some sort of accoutrement outside of your rig in order to have it up and ready, and you do have to hook some propane up to it on the bottom. In this case, this does run by LPG, which is liquid propane gas, and so you do have to find a way to mount this. But basically, instead of going to your water tank, or maybe it would go to your water tank, but just to make it super simple, this would go into some sort of water source and then bring that up through the hot water heater and deliver hot water. Well, if you want to use it with the EverShower, you would just make sure that water source is the water that you're standing in. Now you're like, ew, gross, you're just recirculating water. Well, what you would do is you would do all of your soapy down. You get rid of that water. You put some clean water in the bottom, and then you do a rinse water with that. But ideally, unless like you're super gross and you're just like rinsing mud off yourself, you just have this recirculating water that you can kind of use, and then you can do a rinse. And it's, I don't know. It's just such a relief to have it. It was a great shower. I'm rambling. I'm really excited to use the Camp Lux. I have heard great reviews about this particular product. I have seen people rig them up in their rig so that they have hot water in their rig. And I'm excited. So I have the potential for hot water. I have an actual shower I can use. And I have an exciting future ahead of me when it comes to showers. Ask me any questions you want in the comments. Bye-bye. I want to send out a huge thanks to Samantha for the Evershower, a product I would not have sought out and didn't know existed, and has absolutely been an amazing addition to the BoxTruck. I honestly never saw myself showering in here, and now I can, and that's just amazing. It's kind of funny, like it's just one of those things you didn't know you needed until you had it. Alright, now it's down to that YouTube business where we talk about algorithms and liking and subscribing. Basically, if you like a YouTuber and you want them to stick around, you do that subscribing thing, you may even want to hit that bell so that you're notified when they're posting new content. If you're not bothered about their content, though, it's fine if you don't do those things. And if I'm one of those YouTubers you want to support, the whole liking and subscribing and all that stuff is awesome, and it helps this channel stick around. As always, I'd like to shoot out a special thanks to my supporters on Patreon memberships, and YouTube memberships. Got my words a little mixed up there, but you know what I'm saying. You guys are awesome. It's been really difficult these past couple months, and I don't know what I would do without that support. So thank you so much, and bye-bye.